Hey there, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to English Boost, where we mix language learning with real success strategies. I'm Rio, and I'm super pumped for today's topic.
And I'm Emily. Seriously, I can't wait to dig in. Whether you're brand new or a longtime listener, we've got something a little different lined up today, so you're definitely in for a treat.
Let's kick things off with a question. What do you think stops people from really reaching their goals, Emily?
I'd say fear of failure is a huge one. People worry so much about getting things wrong that sometimes they freeze up and never even start, especially with languages.
Totally. And fear hits English learners hard. So many folks are nervous about making grammar mistakes or just sounding silly when they speak.
I've totally been there. When I was learning Spanish, even ordering tacos made me sweat. I'd rehearse every word in my head, but still felt nervous when I finally spoke.
That's such a common feeling. And it leads right into what we want to chat about today. Actually overcoming that fear of failure, especially when you're learning English.
Plus, we'll sprinkle in some vocabulary along the way, so you can sound confident and natural. Let's take this journey together.
Here's what makes this episode extra special. We want you to jump in. As we talk through each tip, picture how it fits with your own English learning.
Maybe even grab a notebook and jot down one thing you can do today. We want this to be a conversation, not just Rio and me talking at you.
Absolutely. And if you're out jogging or on the way to work, no worries. Just mentally pick one tip that sticks and try it out this week.
Let's jump into our first tip. Reframe your mistakes as learning opportunities. This one changed everything for me.
This is such a game changer. Instead of beating yourself up over mistakes like thinking, I made a mistake, I'm terrible, I made a mistake, now I know what to fix.
That really hits home. One time, I told a whole audience I was so boring instead of so bored. You should have seen the looks I got.
Oof, I bet that felt awkward. What did you do in the moment?
I was super embarrassed, but I actually laughed, corrected myself, and moved on. Honestly, I never made that error again. That moment taught me way more than any lesson.
That's the perfect example. When you treat mistakes as feedback, they stop being scary. Suddenly, every error is just another step forward, not a dead end.
That's such a helpful mindset. Stepping stones, not stumbling blocks, it's catchy and true.
That leads into our next big tip. Celebrate small wins. We're all waiting for huge breakthroughs, but the tiny victories count too.
Absolutely. Like, if you manage to order a coffee in English, celebrate that. You don't have to give a TED Talk to feel successful.
Exactly. Every chat you have, every word you learn, every little sentence, those are wins. Give yourself credit for them.
I started keeping a win journal, just one mini English success every day, even if it's tiny. It actually keeps me motivated and helps me see my own progress.
That's brilliant. It shifts your whole mindset from what's missing to what you're actually achieving.
And that brings us to tip 3. Practice self-compassion. Seriously, we're all way harder on ourselves than we'd ever be to a friend.
Couldn't agree more. I'm honestly my own toughest critic, sometimes harsher than I'd ever be to anyone else.
Same here. But think about it, if your friend made a grammar mistake, you wouldn't say you're hopeless. You'd encourage them and keep them going.
Exactly. I'd tell them, grammar's tough. You'll get it with practice.
So why not treat yourself the same way? Self-compassion isn't about slacking off, it's about showing yourself respect as you learn and grow.
That's such a powerful idea. And fun fact, studies show people who practice self-compassion actually bounce back faster from mistakes.
That's a great point. Now, on to our next tip. Surround yourself with supportive people. The people in your life can make or break your motivation.
Absolutely. If you're always around folks who nitpick your accent or laugh at your slip-ups, it becomes so much harder to keep going.
But if you find a group or a class or even just a single encouraging friend that celebrates your progress, it really changes everything.
For learners, it might mean joining a language exchange, finding a conversation buddy, or just following supportive teachers online.
Exactly. And don't forget native speakers mess up too. English has more weird exceptions than I can count. Just look at the words tough, through, and though. They trip up everyone.
Oh, those still mess with me sometimes. Honestly, it just shows we're all learning. And that's why our next tip is so important. Take action, even if you're scared. Don't wait for fear to disappear.
That's a huge point. If you wait until you're 100% ready, you might wait forever. Sometimes you just have to jump in despite the nerves.
This is crucial. A lot of us think, I'll speak when I'm totally confident. But the truth is, confidence comes after, not before, you take action.
Exactly, I call it courage before confidence. You build the confidence muscle by actually doing the thing, not just waiting around.
That's such a memorable phrase. Even if your voice is shaky or your mind goes blank, just take that step, send the message, join the chat, whatever it is.
And honestly, most people are paying attention to your meaning, not your grammar. They care way more about connecting with you.
That's right. Communication is about connection, not making every sentence perfect.
I love the way you put that. For our last tip, focus on progress, not perfection. Chasing perfection is like trying to catch a rainbow, you'll never quite get there.
If you hold out for perfect English, you'll never get started. Everybody makes mistakes, even native speakers.
Instead, look for progress. Are you a little bit better than you were last week? Last month? That's what really matters.
And remember, your journey isn't always a straight line. Some days you'll feel on fire. Some days you'll fumble. That's all totally normal.
The real key is to stick with it. Showing up regularly always beats waiting to be perfect.
Exactly. Before we wrap up, let's go over a few words and phrases from today that'll help you sound more like a native speaker.
First up, reframe, which means seeing something from a new angle. Like, I try to reframe my mistakes as part of learning.
And stepping stone is another good one. That's just something that helps you get closer to your goal, like every conversation is a stepping stone to fluency.
Two more for you. Bounce back, which means to recover quickly. For example, after a tough lesson, she bounced back and kept practicing.
And trip up. That's when something confuses or causes a mistake. Like irregular verbs. Trip me up all the time.
Using these phrases can really help you sound more fluent. Sprinkle them into your conversations and you'll notice the difference.
And honestly, these mindset tips work in every part of life. Starting a business, learning an instrument anywhere you're afraid of failing, they apply.
All that really matters is that you start. Take that first little step, even if it scares you a bit. You're more ready than you think.
So here's our challenge. Pick just one tip from today and put it into action. No need to tackle everything at once.
Maybe you'll celebrate a small win, or maybe you'll try speaking even if you're nervous. Whatever it is, share it with a friend or jot it down to make it real.
Thanks for spending your time with us on English Boost. We love cheering you on. Catch you in the next episode.
Keep practicing, keep growing, and always remember progress matters way more than perfection.
Take care, everyone. See you next time.
Bye for now.